Let me transfer you.
Switch to Farm Bureau Insurance today and get real service instead of getting really tangled up. For auto, home, life, and health, get the membership advantage. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Would like to know a few things, and if I could get you to comment on these and perhaps make recommendations in terms of fans who will be in attendance. Entry. To my way of thinking, there are 4 ways to get into the campus. Is there a suggested way to get on campus for those who are going to the game? Or,
now, those season ticket holders or Spider Club members have passes, and they will know from their passes which entryway to use, and they'll be able to come directly to their parking areas, the 3 lots immediately around the stadium. What's referred to as X lot between the baseball field and then across the street where the fraternities are, and then directly across the street from the stadium. All those people have passes. If you're coming to this, and I know this very first game, there might be a not as smooth entrance as we'd hope for because it's their first time coming into that format, but I think right after this first game they'll know exactly how to get here with their passes, and even though they have directions, they'll learn how to use those passes. Those of ticket holders who do not have parking passes, it's first come, first served. I mean, you'll be directed as you approach the stadium. There's plenty of police officers that will direct you to the proper entrance to the stadium. And probably the easiest way to enter would be on the River Road side. The university just created a new entrance on the right there at River Road, or River and yeah. But where River and what enter that right there? River and Huguenot area. There's a new entranceway there with a new road that's been created that goes directly to new parking areas over near Maudlin. We have shuttles that will be running throughout campus. So probably if you do not have a parking pass and you're coming to the game looking to park, that's the side of the stadium that's going to be the easiest to enter from.
There are no external shuttles, right? You're talking about just shuttles running around on campus.
Shuttles internal to campus. So if you were to park at the Maudlin Center, which is probably the farthest that you would park from the stadium, and you didn't feel like walking to the stadium, it's still a short walk across campus, there will be 2 shuttles that will be continuously running that would drop you off at the stadium.
Is there a cost?
No.
You mentioned time of arrival. I guess you would be recommending earlier the better?
Yeah, I think as a general rule, I mean, the parking lots to park and tailgate will be open 4 hours before the kickoff. I don't think, I mean, there'll be some people there 4 hours before, and then some people will be arriving closer to the time period. If you have a parking pass, you're fine to arrive at any time. But if you're looking to get on campus and park, then I would suggest you come early. And I think there's, I mean, and I don't think that's a burden. I think people want to come early. I mean, the stadium is one of the reasons for coming to the campus is the wonderful opportunities people have to tailgate and walk around campus, be on campus. So I think it would be a good experience.
I asked you about tailgating next. Is that permitted anywhere you park?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Is there also a recommendation and expectation that those people without tickets will not come to this?
Yeah, I should have mentioned that probably first. This game and probably most games will have no tickets to sell on game day. So if you do not have tickets to the game, it's probably in your best interest and our best interest that you not come to campus, not come looking for a ticket. I mean, the City of Richmond laws regarding selling of tickets, resale of tickets will be administered, and I don't expect a lot of tickets to be available to. There'll be no tickets available to be sold on game day.
Thank you.
Are you expecting some semblance of maybe chaos when people get frustrated and just park on the side of the road when it's, are you prepared for that? Like, are these policemen going to go from directing traffic to towing these cars, or that kind of thing?
Obviously you can't. In one way, you can't practice what's going to happen on Saturday, but on the other hand, this university police force, it's not Barney Fife. I mean, they've known what they've done. They've done it a long time. That whether it's events for basketball or debates or whatever, they've had events that they've conducted. So I don't think there'll be any sort of chaos. I think that there'll be people that are not sure where they're supposed to go. And I think if they just realize for the first time, until they know what's going on, they need to take the directions of the police officers and park where they need to park, and realize that unless you come together, you're not going to probably be able to park with people you know, unless you've bought a season ticket, a member of the Spider Club, and are able to get into designated parking areas. It will be interesting to know what happens. I think we're prepared. It's been a lot of hours the university has and different committees planning this, how it's going to work. So we're optimistic, but we think it'll work.
It sounds like you've had crowds that big or bigger at the Robins Center. Is there any reason to expect that this crowd would be any particularly different to handle?
You know, not really, because we have seating for 8,700 right now, and 2,200 are students. So you got to take it down to, there's only 6,500 people coming in cars to park. So if you have 6,500, the national average is over 3 per car for a football game. You only talk about 2,000 cars. There's 4,100 parking places on this campus, designated parking places. So, you know, although we are realistic, we also are optimistic that it's just going to be, it's going to be a good event. Like you said, most of the events we've had on campus, people have come at a certain time. For a basketball game, people come within 30 minutes usually of the game. For the same thing for a debate or a big function at Milan Center. So when you have a 4-hour stretch of time that people might get here, or, you know, it may be very smooth.
It sounds like the excitement that all the coaches and players and fans have is tempered just a little bit for you, because you're the one that sort of has to make sure everything goes smoothly. I mean, is that accurate?
You know what? I'm not really the person that has to make sure it goes smoothly. I'm just the person who gets blamed when it doesn't. I mean, so you know, we have Steve Bassesi, who's vice president of student development on campus, has headed up a game day committee of about 40 people from across campus that worked on it. David Walsh, our deputy athletic director, has been our athletic department liaison with that group, and facilities and police officers. So there's a lot of people that have put a lot of time in there, and we're just optimistic and think it'll work.
You hear all the time about fans kind of taking ownership of the team, and you guys have been good for a long time, and there were days at Richmond Stadium when the student turnout was pretty lousy. How much do you expect the fact that it's so close and so easy to get to, how much do you expect that to have just a positive impact on the football program in general, around campus, all that stuff?
I think I was going to get ready to say it was immeasurable and then give you some numbers, which probably would be somewhat redundant or contradictory or something. But I think it'll make a huge difference. I mean, we're a student body of about 2,900 undergraduate students. 2,200 of them plus have picked up tickets for this first game. That's an unheard of percentage of students coming to the first game. And although I don't expect it'll be 2,000 people looking for tickets every game, I think it's indicative of the interest the students do have. We have 1,600 student tickets set aside for every game. We held back enough tickets to take care of any student that wanted a ticket for this first game. And I think it'll make a huge difference. I think it'll even carry over to basketball. I think when students get the habit of coming to a game, be a part of some excitement of athletics, I think it'll help the student attendance of basketball. But once again, the percentages are very good. We averaged 500 students a game in basketball last year, which is a significant percentage of our student body. So I think our numbers will be better and the excitement will be better, and I think it'll be very, very positive.
How many Spider Club members are there, do you know?
That bought in total?
Yeah.
What's the number, 1,400?
That bought tickets?
That bought tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, that bought tickets. We sold 4,200 season tickets, 4,250, something like that. We sold out of all our season tickets. It's an interesting. I don't know the exact number, but it's an interesting question because as a part of the ticket buying process, we increased our Spider Club membership by 40% for people that came in and wanted to buy tickets and parking passes and things. So it's been very positive.
Anything else?
To ask another logistics question.
It's easy for you to say, John.
Two more, actually.
Yeah.
You would recommend that people park on campus?
We have sufficient parking on campus to take care of all our people attending the game. Yes. So.
And for the shuttle, are there stops, or you just raise your hand?
There are several stops along the way, and there'll be maps up about, and on our website you can see where those designated stops are. I'm willing to bet if you're standing there waving and there's space on the shuttle, they're going to stop and pick you up. But there are 3 designated stops throughout campus.
And one more question. With 8,700 seats and all the interest you've had, has there been any moment in here where you wish you'd gone 10,000, 12,000, whatever? I know last year you had 17,000 for the App State game. Has there been any moment where you wished you'd made it bigger?
Well, there are probably 2 components to that answer. The first is that the size of the stadium was not the most relevant question. The most relevant question, anybody that asked me, I said, do you want to be on campus? And everybody, yes, we want to be on campus. Then the next question was, what size will it be? I mean, we built a stadium that was the size that was authorized by the city of Richmond and what met our culture. I mean, we have a certain amount of parking, a certain amount of space. That was the right size, and that's what we're authorized to build, and we built that. The second component is that probably the reason we're sold out is that we're small. You know, we won a national championship and still sold 1,700, 2,000 season tickets. We had one of the best teams in the FCS in America and sold 1,700 to 2,000 season tickets. We move on to this campus, we sold 4,200 season tickets. So a strong argument made is part of the reason for the excitement, part of the reason for the people wanting to come to the ball games and buying tickets early in advance was the size of the stadium, and from a marketing perspective, it was very positive. We did not turn away that many people for season tickets. I think we only had a waiting list of less than 100 for season tickets. So, and that's a 4,200. So I think it's the right size. I think it creates some excitement, and that's it'll be a real positive for us.
Hey, Ms. Merlin, 2 questions real quick. What can students expect for the game on Saturday, like from your point of view? Like,
there's Papa John's Pizza right behind the bleachers there. That's a real positive that we've done. What can they expect? I think they can expect to have a great time. I mean, I think that's what it's all about, is to have a stadium on campus where the students, where the alumni, where the fans in the city can come and have a great time. I mean, at UR Stadium, that facility, any facility that's 80 years old like that, you're going to come and enjoy the football game and kind of put up with some inconveniences to be there. I think here, from start to finish, it's going to be a great day. You don't have to drive anywhere. Get out, walk over, have a pregame party there in front of the fraternity houses, the fraternity lodges. Walk over to the stadium, pack the seats, have a great time, be as close to the field as you can possibly get. I mean, you're 5-6 feet off the back line of the end zone, make a lot of noise, and be a part of the action.
all right, one more question. What do you want, or what do you charge the students to do to increase their participation on game day?
Well, I think they need to come a little earlier than they have been. I mean, I know 1 o'clock games, that's real early for some people, but I think to get in the stands early and to realize they're there to have a good time, but actually they're there to help the team win. I mean, it's an important component of helping the team. We got the old fuddy-duddies like me sitting in the stands, cheering when something nice happens. But the students create a different atmosphere. They can get rowdy, get loud, get excited, and really create an atmosphere and be almost like the star. The team obviously is the #1 star of the day, but I think the students in the stands can be the #2 star, creating some real excitement. And I think that's what they come early, cheer loud, stay to the end, support the team, become a part of the winning process. I think that's what you'll find. Great programs have students who are there to help the team win, not just to hang out.